Today is Thursday, April 7th. Thank you so much for joining in to our weekly PPACA webinar. Just with a quick show of hands, if you can just let me know if you hear me and you see my screen. Thank you, Tom. Yours was the first hand up. All right, great. So let's just get right into the agenda. 331 has come and gone, which means that Independence Blue Cross is the last man standing for under 65 individual health in carriers paying compensation. So that means if you want to write under 65 individual health during this time, it's pro bono except for independents. They are still paying compensation, at least as of today. Many of you were at the Pennsylvania Association of Health Underwriters Day on the Hill on Tuesday, and thank you so much for showing up and saying or speaking your voice. Just wanted to touch on a couple things. We had kind of two purposes there, at least from my perspective. You know, being self-serving, I think from our perspective, there were two points that we wanted to talk to about the legislators about, and that was Act 147. Of course, you've probably heard it mentioned many times in the past. Act 147 is really what we use to really push the issue about unlicensed entities not being able to sell, solicit, or negotiate a contract of insurance. So we used it for our purposes to help get navigators monitored, registered with the state, etc., and to reiterate that they are not allowed to sell or negotiate a contract of insurance. So, you know, as much as that helped us, there's also a segment in there that talks about fees being charged by the licensed agent, that it should be disclosed in advance to writing the person and shall be reasonable in relationship to the services provided. That sounds awesome. It almost sounds like you could, you know, charge a fee. But then it goes on to say, application fee notwithstanding other provisions of this section, no insurance producer shall charge a fee for the completion of an application for a contract of insurance. So the purpose was to get somebody to sponsor an amendment to Act 147 to change that language to allow agents to charge a fee for taking an application. So that was one of the purposes. The other is for the 2 to 50 groups. You know, Pennsylvania has not approved the carriers using composite rating. So obviously, if you're in the group segment, that becomes very difficult when you get larger groups because each person has their own rate. Additionally, you know, age-banded rates, if the employer pays a certain percentage for everyone or pays a certain dollar amount for everyone, just by doing that, it almost sets it up that older folks are being discriminated against because they have to pay a higher fee per month. So it was important for our voices to be heard, and hopefully Pennsylvania will approve composite rates for the 2 to 50 marks. We'll see where that goes. But those were the purposes, again, from my perspective, that we touched on Tuesday. So for those of you that were there and helped to further our movement, thank you so much. I wanted to just visit quickly on our Gemini Partners Program. This is something we rolled out at the beginning of the year, and we've been getting a lot of questions about it. I do think it's important that you understand the Gemini program, and if you want to do that and learn more about it, obviously I'm certainly happy to discuss it. If you want to give me a call, I can talk to you about it. But you can also go to our homepage, and there is a section devoted specifically to Gemini. Talks about the program details, the benefits, bonus programs, technology, all of the things that are available to you as a Gemini partner. So again, if you do have interest in it, let me know. I'm happy to send you the information and talk to you about it and see if it would benefit you. It is designed to, as it says, to benefit and reward the independent agents and agencies, P&C agencies, banks, wealth management firms, etc., who recognize the advantages associated with consolidating their insurance brokerage business, meaning that, you know, if you're going to do everything under one roof, our roof, the Gemini partnership will definitely benefit you. And the part of the Gemini guarantee is that we don't ask you to take a haircut in your compensation. So if we can't match your current compensation on a carrier that you have currently, and to move it under us would require a cut in compensation, that product itself would be removed from the Gemini partnership. It would not negate your ability to become a partner, a Gemini partner. In other words, you can continue earning higher comp for that carrier outside of URL. So again, it's, I know I probably complicated it quite a bit, but it is a pretty easy system and program to get involved in. So again, if you have questions, give me a call. Back to the agenda, here we go. Fourth bullet point, this was in last week. I just wanted to kind of reiterate the 1095s for the catastrophic plans. There's no such thing. So anyone that you wrote on a catastrophic plan will not be receiving a 1095. That's not a requirement by law at this point. And also, if the 1095s that your clients are receiving are incorrect, it could just be that, well, it doesn't necessarily mean that there's a mistake. It could be the portion of the premium that is not associated with essential health benefits, such as acupuncture or things outside of the essential health benefits. Again, I don't have a lot of information on that, and the carriers didn't really have a lot of information to give me, but just know that that is a possibility if the premium is off by a few pennies. Also, we've been receiving a lot of complaints that their 1095s are incorrect from the marketplace, or they haven't received them. And unfortunately, the only way to get them is to deal directly with the FFM and have your pardon me, have your clients call them directly. They're kind of nasty about it, but I mean, there's nowhere else to go with them. They're the people that have to issue them. One of my agent partners had a client that had an incorrect 1095. She called in, they agreed to change it, and she keeps calling back every week to find out when she can expect to receive it. And of course, being the gems of the FFM, they were rather rude to her and basically told her that every time she calls, she just gets to delay getting her 1095 sent out. So, you know, it's not going to be easy, but there's no tricks that we have or the carriers have. You have to go directly to the marketplace if the application was submitted there. Commissions. This is something that interests all of us. Many of you, hopefully by now, have had a chance to take a look at your Capital Blue Cross commissions that should have hit your bank account on Monday. Please note that this is not a complete list. Remember that Capital took a snapshot and paid accordingly of that snapshot, and then are going to settle up in the statement that we received this month. I would say that hopefully you've kept good records, because we probably are going to ask for information, possibly a spreadsheet on your cases, because I'm not really confident that commissions are going to be paid for all eligible cases, because I think there are some that probably fell through the cracks. And I'm just going to be a bulldog about it. I don't want anyone to lose out on commissions that, you know, were paid or earned for good business. So again, I might have, you might be getting emails asking for information on your submitted cases. So just watch for that. The shop video that I mentioned last week that is going out everywhere, social media, etc. You know, again, I think you can use that to your advantage. Pardon me. If you do have groups that are renewing and you think that shop might benefit them, or that they want to see shop just to do their due diligence, you can use it as free advertising from the government. If you do have questions on shop and how to enroll, Elise Fry here in our office has kind of cracked the code, and she can help you with any questions that you have. also, the next bullet point just on training, pardon me. Self-Funding 101 webinar is April 21st. That invitation is in my newsletter this week. So if you have an interest in self-funding, it is specific to the StarMark program. And they utilize Cigna and Aetna as their networks, their PPO networks. For a larger group, there is the possibility of even using a dual network. The plan designs are very flexible, so if you're looking to tweak something, that can be done. So again, it is something I think just to learn self-funding, be more comfortable with it if you're not already. It is something that you might want to join in on. You know, another concept is StarMark also has an MEC plan. We also have an MEC, minimum essential coverage, seminar in May, and you'll be getting information on that. But with StarMark, you can write an MEC plan through them and also have a buy-up. And with an employer offering the minimum essential coverage plan and making that minimum essential coverage plan affordable, then that actually benefits the employer, because for the employers 50 plus, they're not subject to those pay or play penalties, and it really does keep the cost down for the employer as as low as anyone can get. So it is an interesting concept and one that will be discussed during that webinar as well. Another seminar, actually it's a lunch and learn here at URL. Christy Saul is going to be heading that up and talking about Illinois Mutual. And again, it's something, if you're looking for a new stream of revenue or new prospects, new clients, it is something that maybe you want to come and learn about. Disability certainly is something that, the increase in disability claims is tremendous, and it is something that a lot of people understand that concept, so it is something that maybe you want to look into selling. Illinois Mutual is a highly rated company. They do offer a return of premium rider. They also have discounted rates for business owners, so I think that's impressive. They have business overhead expense. They also have voluntary group short-term disability, and they have some life products as well. So, come on the 27th and learn more about disability and hopefully open up a new income stream. And that pretty much brings us up to the open forum. Not sure if anybody has questions today, but let's see where we're at. Also, just as a reminder, while everyone's typing their questions, that we will have our webinar next Thursday, April 14th, same time, same place, 9:30. Okay, questions. Jay says also that he would like to thank all of those who came out this past Tuesday for the Day on the Hill, where PAHU members spent the day trying to make a difference in Harrisburg as citizen lobbyists, where we shared our areas of expertise on topics with both our representatives and our senators on issues that affect all of us and our clients in Pennsylvania. A day well spent making a difference in all of our futures. Yeah, Jay, thank you so much. Jay was there and walking the halls of the Capitol as well, and I certainly appreciate everyone that came out as well, and thanks for your kind words, Jay. Steve says, out of 151 Capitals on and off exchange sales I wrote for January, January 1st, there were only 5 people I was not paid on. Whoa, that's crazy. That's pretty impressive. That's great news, Steve. That's encouraging. And Britt says, Capital Blue Cross individual verification idea, maybe just a screenshot from Marketplace page with agent and enrolled. Yeah, I mean, we could probably do that as well. The issue with that is, I mean, we can pretty much get all the information we need from the carrier by just the name, effective date, carrier, of course, date of birth, and social. So if we can get that, the problem with the screenshot is that it typically only has the last 4 digits of the social. So, again, we'll try to do what we can. There is still that link on our website that you can go and upload all of your cases, and we can get them into the system, so if they're not already there, so we can monitor for compensation. Scott says, were CBC commissions paid this past Monday the 4th or this coming Monday the 11th? They were paid this past Monday. They should have hit your account on Monday, this past one, the 4th, Scott. So if you did not receive any, let us know. Jim says, how does the broker of record change form work for plans purchased through healthcare.gov? Jim, for capital, it really is just a form that you fill out, name of the insured, your name. There's no client signature that's needed, and you really just claim those cases. You know, it of course is made for those cases that you actually wrote, or somebody called you and you helped them through it. Pardon me. It's not made for, you know, just somebody calling you now and saying, hey, I tried to get in touch with my agent and, you know, I want you to take over my case. It's not, they don't honor those sort of situations. It's really just staking your claim on those clients as you write them. Hopefully that gave you enough information, Jim, but if you have any other questions, obviously just reach out to me. Michelle says, is there a specific name for the shot video to help find it on the internet? I don't think so, Michelle. I will send you the information. It was out from CMS, and it might be in my newsletter today as well, but I will send you that shot video, and you can do with it what you want. That's it. That brings us up to the end of our questions. Again, I just thank everyone for joining in every week, and thank you for your business. You know, it's a tough gig, but I also think that it's important to know that, you know, we're here to support you, and we welcome your business. So if you have any questions, give me a call. In the meantime, hopefully stay dry today and enjoy the rest of your week and your weekend. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.